Well, good evening, everyone. It's Ryan with Gathering Storm Media. We are here at the Onion Pub at Lake Barrington. We're going to be getting ready to do an awesome winter wedding for Mike and Maddie. We do have a couple new things that we have going for us tonight that we're really excited to try out, start out 2020 with. First thing that you'll see kind of as we pan around the room, it's a beautiful room, but we're enhancing it a little bit with some of our uplights. Now, while we've used uplights in the past, this time around, we are using the new Freedom Hex uplights by Chauvet, and that gives us the opportunity to do both battery powered, so we're a little bit more flexible with where we can put them in the room, but we also have wireless DMX control, so we don't have to stick with the static color throughout the entire evening. We can have that different for the ceremony than we do for a reception, and then we can also, once we get going into dancing, have that match what our main trusses are doing. So I'm going to give you a little bit look at that right now. So here we go. We have our Freedom Pars by Chauvet. You can see that these are nice. We have 4 of our hex LEDs in here. So that's red, blue, green, white, amber, and UV. We get full mixturing there. We are completely battery powered, and we are DMX'd right now. They're really nice. They have a good little kickstand here, so you can set them to any angle you want, if you want them straight up and down, or if you wanted to go ahead and angle them a little. They've got that built-in footing there that'll do that. And at the end of the night, we do have a little handle. You pack them up, put them in the charging case, and they are good to go for the next event. Now, this will be our first official gig that we're using these on, but when we've tried them out in the studio, these have given us anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, depending on what programming that we'll be using them in. So we do have 9 of those that will fit nicely in the charging case. The other new gear that we'll be using tonight, once again, not really new, but just kind of upgrading what we've had in the past. Back at our DJ station, while we've had a scrim in the past, we had a 4-panel from Rockville. Now we've upgraded that to the 6-panel just to make sure that it's covering the entire table. When we're using a 6-foot banquet table to set up on our gear, the 4-panel scrim is great, but when you're doing a little larger with an 8-foot table, you do want to have those extra 2 scrim panels to make sure that you're hiding all your cabling, giving it a nice clean look. The other thing that we'll see that we have going tonight, while we always do our totems, in the past we've had traditional trussing that we've used in our totems. Today we are using the new Truss Glo Totems. The big difference here is instead of having the cross pieces that have been the staple of previous truss, you can see that these have no cross pieces, which gives it a much cleaner look for a classy event like a wedding. These are just going to be those 6-foot bars with the Global Truss tubing, really secured with the top and the base plate, and getting a little bit more tension with the scrim that's on there. So once again, that's not really something new. It just classes it up by using just the straight pipes and tubes instead of having the cross pieces of the truss that has typically been in there. Beyond that, we're going to have something pretty standard for what GSM has done in the past for previous weddings. We are going to come over, and you'll see that over here, Michael is going to be running, once again, our Vista by ChromaQ with both the S1 and the M1 units, and with that he's also got the custom touchscreen to run all the programs and the macros off of. And we also do have 2 different wireless DMX units going on tonight. We do have the Chauvet that's going to control all of the uplights, and then we continue to use the Show Babies for the main totems, just to make sure that we're minimizing the cabling that we have to run. On the audio side of things, I will continue to mix both the ceremony and the reception off of the Pioneer DDJ SZA2. That's going to be there. And then for controlling the microphones, we'll be using an iPad to control our Behringer R32 rack mixer. And we'll have 2 wireless mics, one for the officiant and one for the readings that will go on during the ceremony. And then I'll be using those same mics to the announcing as we go on later tonight. So that's a little bit of the technical setup, a little bit of the preview of what's new. We'll be excited to see that in action in just a little bit.
Well, what's up, everyone? We had another great night here with the Gathering Storm Media team celebrating Mike and Maddie. The crowd was out all night. We played right up into the midnight hour. Bartenders were great. They stayed around a little past last call just to make sure everyone stayed loose and out on the dance floor. So we had a fantastic time. We're going to get it cleaned up now so we can get out of here and let the venue close up shop for the night. So this is RVK with Gathering Storm Media. We'll see you next time.